What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are currently sitting in our cushy Corvette with the air conditioning on, sitting in line at Union County Dragway, somewhere in the middle of South Carolina. I don't even know where. And we got rained out at Shadyside yesterday, but this is going to be officially day 2, but racing day 1 of Carolina Drag Cruise 25. And looks like we're finally getting let into the track. So we're going to go turn some cars around and get ready to rock, and hopefully bring some awesomeness and not issues to day 1.
What are we working on here?
Got to put the latest and greatest in. Been dreaming this up for 3 or 4 days. Every time I have an idea, I go put it in it.
Fair enough.
We're kind of like slightly untested on methanol pressure. I need to actually check that when we fire it up here in a minute. And,
Okay.
put the belt on and make sure that it's right.
All right, here with Dawn. Give me a quick run through of this beautiful GMC.
All right, she is a 1951. We got her about 2 or 3 years ago. Took us a little while to get her going. Got a 5.3 stock, naturally aspirated, nothing fancy. Just a perfect daily driver, drag and drive kind of vehicle. Her name's Mary Jane. So, yeah.
Do you have any expectations?
Expectations, I would like to do like mid-9s. So in the 8th mile, she's slow, but she's fun. If we can do better, that'll be better. I've been working on my reaction time. We'll see if I can get that down. We'll be all right.
How'd you feel about that pass?
It's pretty good, but I don't know how many times.
Looked awesome. Just so you know.
587. Why didn't they give me 9? I don't know. She got it. Nope, they gave me the wrong slip. I'm not right here. Here's that right. Pretty good for the first pass ever.
What was it?
587 at 124.
Nice.
I think it went like really rich on the 2-step.
Yeah, like it wasn't his.
Yeah, it was popping and banging and blowing smoke.
Yeah, he's rolling coal out there.
I never looked at the boost. I stayed in it for a long time. And I was like, it just ain't going.
Yeah.
I just,
I'm gonna grab the laptop and we'll see what it did.
that no shift, that no lift.
Did it work?
I almost forgot. I was like, oh wait, I'm putting the pressure on it. I did, and it was like, wham! I was like, no shit. I was like, wait,
All right, what do we got? Not responding.
front end looks so good.
It did everything it was supposed to do.
It looks so good.
Like all we gotta do is hit it harder.
So I'm here with Bubba.
Yep,
Got a pretty awesome truck.
rusty.
Tell me a little more about it.
It's just 1948 Chevrolet S10 chassis, 4L80 transmission, 78, 75 bed mounts. The nitrous bottle is actually my CO2 bottle. We just pulled a dip tube out of it. It's a 5.7 LS, nothing major.
Want to walk around the front and show it off?
It's got a live well for a intercooler box.
I'll make sure to get the footage of that. Put it in there.
And, yeah, small block Chevrolet valve covers on the LS with a forward top hat there on the intake. Kind of messes people up, but it's cool. It's a rat rod. It's a hood full.
Got any expectations for the day?
We just trying to shoot for like 650s, 8th mile. Yeah, not really gonna lean on it at all.
Nice.
20, maybe 20 pounds of boost. But it's just, no trans brake, foot brake deal, so it'll leave slow and come in out there about 100 foot out and start coming alive. You know yourself now.
Okay, so got me?
Yeah.
All right. What happened to Rob was I have found with my buddy Ben a problem with the way that Holly calculates fuel flow and duty cycle. And so for the whole time we've ever had this car with the dual fuel system, it does this weird deal where it calculates the fuel flow based on the total available, not the amount that the injectors are running. So if you were to run all the injectors 100% of the time, then you'd be fine. It would calculate correctly, but we don't. We swap from gas to methanol. Because of that, it made all the math wrong, which meant that my predictions were no longer working, and I was hitting arrows to make it work, and I don't like that. So I have an offset for the size of the fuel system. It's 25% more. So I pulled 25% out and had to take a guess at the fuel table. Well, I didn't guess good enough, and so it was rich. And closed loop did a really good job of pulling the fuel out during the pass, but it doesn't do a good job of pulling the fuel on the two-step because the air-fuel ratio is not going to be right on two-step. So what we got to do is go in here, and I can basically just tell that out of the methanol, I got to pull a lot of fuel out. It was fine all the way up until it really got into some serious boost. Yeah, and it went super rich. So I've also got a problem with the methanol pressure running away. And every time we adjust it, it keeps running away. So there's something going on that's not regulated. I have a table here. Dive in here and look at this thing real quick, Ollie. So I have a table in here that, based on boost pressure versus methanol pressure, it offsets the fuel flow. And so that's where I'm setting this correction. So it needed to pull, and it was pulling 12%. It needed to pull a lot more. They need to pull 25% more. So I actually need to go up on this, but I'm going to go ahead and pull that out of this table. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to pull it out of where it needs to be. We'll probably do a two-step check here in the parking lot before we go up there just to make sure it's not going to do it again, but I think we'll probably leave the boost where it's at and turn the launch RPM up as well. That ought to help.
Most important question. Are
Yeah.
you happy with it so far?
I'm happy with it, but the problem is it showed me it's got some potential. It shows me that, and now I'm going to take the knob and spin them as far to the right as I can turn them.
All right. And the real most important question: are you having fun?
Yeah, I got to go run my car. I got to go get a time slip. I'm the only one. I'm the only one thus far that have a time slip.
Sounds like you got to worry about making it that fast now.
I'm too busy making everybody else fast.
You feeling fast?
I want to.
Sweet.
I was trying to run with Bubba, and the guy didn't let me go. So
Brutal.
he's let a couple cars go since then. I don't know what I did wrong, but I guess I didn't look cool enough.
How do we feel about that?
Bogged it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went a 182 with a 9, 726 at 102. So better than a 750 with the car shutting off, and worse than what I wanted.
That's big nice.
Yeah, it went all the way down. Then 720. Turn it in.
All right. So could you maybe run me through
Yeah.
what's going on with Gator?
So first pass went well, but not perfect. The two steps are acting really weird. Like for whatever reason, it worked at home in the shop, and then we came up here, and then it didn't want to build boost, and it got a couple pounds, and then I really thought we'll cut that out. I really thought that it was lean, but because I really thought it was rich, but I think it might have been lean. And so I put a bunch of fuel in it on the methanol system right now, and it seemed to be better. It went up, and it took a little bit longer than I liked, but it made it to 9, and then I quit. And I didn't want to hurt anything because I've two-step checked it like 47 times right now. The fuel table is all jacked up because of this trying to offset the fuel system for 2 different variables that I'm trying to keep up with. It's a bit of a mess. So I got closed loop limits are really open, and I really just need one really good pass, want something really clean, and then hopefully I can just adjust it from there. We really want to see if it'll leave harder, because the problem we ran into before was it didn't build enough boost. It left good, it looked good, but it was really slow. It was like a 140 something, 60. Really would like to see a 120 something, and then we'll actually know what the suspension will do, if it'll do a 120 anything. I take a 30 at this point to go home, and then I got to run my car again. So we went from like having a nice fun night to DEFCON 1 really fast.